All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Kaneem Poet Macquat, Standing Bear, Soda Tribe, Fishing Lake, First Nation, Saskatchewan, Canada, Treaty 4 Territory, Anishinaabe, 60 Scoop Survivor, published author. Welcome to Tuesday, May 16th. We are the Medicine Circle, and we are back. I'm feeling a little bit more rested than I was yesterday. I was all excited to sit in circle, and I was a little tired, but that's okay. But here, but here we are again. So, and if no one said that they love you today, I love you very much. And so, yeah, a couple things, a couple housekeeping things. If we have a little something in the connection, if there's an audio or problem with the video and get that circle thing, just know that I'm not going anywhere. Sometimes I get kicked off, my own morning live, which is weird. But anyway, just know that I'm going to hit that live button again, and we're going to pick up where we left off, and then we're going to finish up strong. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, if there's any kind of lag, just kind of hit the reset button, and yeah. Also, what I've included today is in the housekeeping things. I usually say this, and I probably will say this at the end of the circle. But let's be mindful that when this circle ends, we are still in ceremony. And so there's something I started to incorporate in Europe, actually, because it's kind of like the last, it's kind of one of those things that we say at the very end. This ceremony may end, but a ceremony new does not end. I think I'm going to start saying that in the beginning, so we can be kind of mindful that, we pick up one or two things. We talk about a lot of beautiful things here. It's important that we say that again. We talk about a lot of beautiful things here. It's not just me. You are absolutely included. We are the medicine simply implies that we are the medicine. That's what I'm putting. So, when you share it, that's part of your offering, right? That's part of your prayers. That's part of your journey, and we are so honored that you are here, and that we're, we make a lot of change here. We're making this world better. It's just, it's really beautiful. It's really powerful. It's really simple. We just come here, and we get an opportunity to change the world, and again. We change the world by what we take with us here, right? So just kind of write down just one or two things, and just put that right here, just tuck that away, and then when somebody needs it, like the world needs it, then we have something to offer, to share. Okay, so anyway, let's get a good smudge on here. Okay. And also, as always, I'm going to ask for a. There we go. I am going to ask for a volunteer. Please give me a heart, give me a little thumbs up if you can kind of keep this smoke going throughout the morning circle. That's in remembrance for the residential school children that never got a chance to come home. We are still dealing with that in Indian country. Just because the media is not talking about it doesn't mean that it's not affecting us here up in the provinces and down below in the states. We still have relatives that have yet to come home. So please, and plus that's that's a grandmother prayer, right? That's all I'm gonna say about that. The grandmothers, gotta keep them grandmothers. Many of us wouldn't be here if it weren't for the grandmothers, prayers, right? So, okay, so let's start this circle in the usual way. If you would like to offer with me, here's another thing too. This is not part of your daily offering. This is not part of your 30-day challenge. By the way, that was another comment that came in. Oh yeah, I'll just do it when you. No. 30-day challenge. I love you guys. I love the way you try to get around. No, you guys are awesome. This is separate from your 30-day challenge, so please. But anyway, if you would like to offer with me, that would be good. Where's my feather here? Hold on. Get my feather here. If you would like to offer with me, that would be good. Remember the old ones say, if it doesn't begin with prayer, then it doesn't begin. If it doesn't begin with spirit, then it doesn't begin. So let's begin in a really good and beautiful way. And let's bring a lot of that love in. Let's just and then we to Yagana, to all my relations. Kitchimanitou, great spirit, great mystery, creator. Chi Megwich for our breath, Chi Megwich for our life, Chi Megwich for our circle, Chi Megwich for our day. We are grateful for our last breath, and we are hopeful for our next, and we live in that place in between. We come here today. We mean no harm in what we do. We mean no harm. We come here today. We offer ourselves in a good way, in a sacred way, in a humble way. We come here. There can be many reasons. The first reason always why we are here is the celebration of life. Because without life, we have nothing. So life is most important. And when we celebrate our life, we can't do it alone. It must be done together. So we come here, we celebrate the life of this circle. We celebrate the life of all nations, tribes, and circles, especially those nations, tribes, and circles that do not look like the two-legged. We celebrate those things that offer us life. The standing nations, the ones who offer the world breath. We say thank you. We say thank you for our breath today. For the swimming nations, the ones who teach us how to live in harmony and balance with the water. To the wind nations, the ones who teach us how to live in harmony and balance with the wind and air. To the creepy crawlers and the slitheries and the insect nations, the ones who teach us how to stay close and grounded to Mother Earth, we say thank you. To the four-legged, the ones who offer us so much, who teach us so much about our humanity, we say thank you. And of course, to other two-legged nation circles and tribes, because we understand that you are our teachers as well. And this makes our ears happy. We come here again, we celebrate those things that offer us life. We give prayers, we give life back to life. Earth, wind, air, fire, earth. We celebrate those as if we were celebrating ourselves. We celebrate the ones that have come before us, our ancestors, for we come from a million points of light and love. They have offered this to us, these prayers to us, these prayers of harmony and balance, living in a good way, teaching us how to walk and live in a good way, and to sit in a good way, and listen in a good way. And we also acknowledge that some of our two-legged ancestors were hurt, wounded, abused, and traumatized, and they passed that along to us. And we acknowledge that. We understand that. We understand the hurt. We understand that it's okay not to be okay. We understand this is a process of healing, but we also understand that those wounds, traumas were not ours to carry in the first place, but is ours to heal from. And so we don't do this just for ourselves, because that would be selfish. We come here for the next seven generations, for we only borrow this earth from our children, and our children are only loaned to us. So we are the intersection between two unseen worlds. Amazing opportunity we have right here. A beautiful opportunity to change, to transform, to transmute. It doesn't have to be the way it's always been. We have the opportunity to redirect our life. So we come here today. We are the Menacircle just to do that, to change our lives and to change those around us, because we have changed ourselves. And the Great Spirit was smart. The ancestors were wise. They gave us teachings to follow: humility, love, truth, honesty, respect, strength, and wisdom. 7 grandfather teachings. So let us sit with these today. Let us listen to these. Let us honor these and let us walk with these. Let us see what we have here today. We are here to make good relations and to be good relatives. And without these teachings, we won't know. We won't know how to act, and we will act inappropriately. So let's come today and do a little better than we did yesterday. Let us do a little better than we did yesterday. Principles before personalities. Let us be guided by these. Let's be guided by humility today. And maybe at the end of today, when we've sat with this long enough, that we will hear and understand the first prayer at the center of the universe. The first prayer, the first fire that ever was, the original prayer of harmony and balance. And we'll carry that in our hearts to our families and our communities and our nations. Remember, if it doesn't go here, then it won't go out there. So we come here in a good way. We come here to celebrate life. Oh, all right. All right. Good one this morning. All right. All right. So, again, if no one said that they love you today, my name is Kanipu Makwa. Love you very much. Thought I'd say that. Okay. So, what do we got here? Next, hollow bones. That's one of the things that we just go over these things because it's so important that we remember why we're here. That opening prayer, that was a hollow bones prayer, right? We understand that there's a beautiful, powerful, sacred life force, and that we are part of that beautiful, powerful, sacred life force, which makes us beautiful, powerful, sacred. So, if you're not feeling beautiful, power, sacred, well, just stick around a while. Just stick around until you do, right? Stick around till we figure out how sacred we really are. And that's how Grandfather Tony, my elder, really started out with me. I didn't think anything was sacred, including and especially myself. But, we walk this thing called the Red Road. It's the road of wellness, right? The road of connection, wellness, the medicine wheel, hollow bones. It's all the same thing, man. It's all intertwined and overlapping. That's what that is, And so that is us. So we'd love to hear your definition of hollow bones. It's, again, as we change, so will our understanding of hollow bones. And it's really about that beautiful connection to life. So, that's not like a static thing. So don't let your definition be static. Allow it to be fluid, allow that to flow, water flow, seasons flow kind of thing. So, we want to mirror what Earth is, what the medicines are around us, and which is really adds meaning to we are the medicine. So, there may be 25 people here, but the medicine that we are the medicine is really, we've included all the life here in on Mother Earth. All of it. We talked about that yesterday. How beautiful and powerful was that, right? So, all the medicine. So 25, 24, 25, 26 people here. And, but it's really crowded here. It's really a beautiful opportunity that we get today. Okay, ancestors and elders, very traditional that we thank those that have come before us, especially those indigenous elders who carried the medicine in a really good and beautiful way, those men and women, because remember, not too long ago in my lifetime, it was illegal to talk about, to sit with, to do these circles, these ceremonies, to practice our sacred ways. So those ones that came before us, they did when it was really dangerous to do so. They would kill them, lock them up, put them in insane asylums. That's what the colonial government did. That was their very best thinking. So we have a debt of gratitude to those that have carried medicine in a really good way, up into including my elder grandfather Tony Stonehawk. Been with him for 30 years now. And the men and women over Muslims and Cookums over Fishing Lake First Nation who really guided me, who really welcomed me back in a really good and beautiful way back to the tribal thing there. Okay. Circle medicine. We are the medicine circle. No one's in front of us. No one's behind us. No one's above us. No one is below us. We are all. This is what we look like here. That's actually what we look like here. So, if you need a visual, and I really need visual. That's how I work. So here we go. Um, uh, that means we're all equal here. That's simply what that means. Yeah, and we humans, we have a problem with that, right? That's the issue. That's one of the big issues that we have is figuring out um, who was right, who was wrong, who's more important, who's less important. That is not even an issue here. The squirrel, the flower, all equal here. Men and women, sacred feminine, you are equal here. We understand that you are marginalized over there. You are sexualized. You are all these things over there. Over here, we understand that you are beautiful, powerful, sacred enough here. So, how about that? So, anyway, okay, we have a bunch of questions. I was looking through and so please keep your questions, concerns, and comments coming. I do not guarantee that I will get around to all of them. I have to say that because I get 50 or 60 messages a day, and I'm probably like 17 days behind on that. So there's a lot. So I was doing a lot of scrolling yesterday in my kind of day off. I took the day off yesterday. So, but I picked up some good questions. And these questions are from, we're going to cover a bunch of questions. We're just going to take our time this morning just because we're going to take our time this morning. So, um, these are questions from our European relatives. So, um, yeah, let's be gentle. Let's be gentle with these questions. And here is my purpose is not to offend anyone, right? But there's questions here, and you know me, right? Right? It's just kind of like if it makes you cringe, those are the first ones that we go after, right? So there's a couple questions here that kind of make us cringe, right? So which we have covered here before, but we will just cover these again. First question is, this is from Europe. Do you experience racism where you live? Absolutely, I do. This is one of the most racist areas I have ever lived in here, Saskatchewan. And there was kind of a thread there. So there's a couple questions out of that one kind of thread comments right there. Native American wisdom is such a value to the people of Earth. Why do you think they do that? That's like the racism right there. And how do you respond? So that was kind of like a lengthy back and forth there. Let's talk about the Native American wisdom, right? Let's talk about that. You know, as much as I would love to cop to owning that, right? We don't own it, right? Right. This is not Native American wisdom. This is Earth wisdom, right? Earth wisdom, and it's really important that you understand that, right? Earth wisdom. This is part of the culture of Earth that we're supposed to be. So living the ways of the hollow bone, that is Earth wisdom, right? We as a people, as a nation, as a tribe, as Turtle Island, we celebrate that. We walk with that, but we don't own that. It's very important. And I need you to write that down too. So so we don't own that, right? We don't own, we are here to protect Mother Earth. We are here to protect the waste. That's just what I do. That's what my people have done. That's what people of Turtle Island have done for eons, for ages, and millennium. And we will continue to do that in the face of the racism, in the face of all that. That's what we do because that's the way we walk, because there's no other way to respond other than to walk the way we've been walking. If we respond in a negative way, then we're no better than what they did to us, right? So, we have to rise, it's kind of like, I kind of want you rising above, but it's not that, right? It's not that. We just walk in a sacred way, no matter what. We don't own this wisdom. Like nobody owns humility or love, and that's what the kind of like the colonial religions kind of say, And yes, I just went there. I did go there, right? So, and again, I'm not here to piss anybody off, but I'm not here to offend anybody. We mean no harm in what we do, but there's certain religions out there that say, we own love type thing, and just kind of like ridiculous, kind of like that. That's nobody owns the spirit, right? Right. And it's really important that we understand that. The back end of that question is, how would you respond? Well, to that racism. Again, we don't respond. We just go ahead. We just go ahead and do. We go ahead and we continue to go to ceremonies. That's the answer right there. When they come at us, we pray, because that's our power. Humility is humility will protect us. Our truth and love will protect us. That's it, no matter what. That's like next level stuff, right? That's what the colonial world, their religions, Christianity, and all those Abrahamic religions, they don't understand that, right? Right? They don't understand that, right? And so, anyway, we walk the way of earth because that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do every day. We are the medicine circle. Just does not encompass just the two legs. It encompasses the way we walk, the way we pray, the way we understand, the way we connect to things, the way we stay connected, the way we honor. This ceremony may end, but a ceremony in you. You see, it's all connected. We are all related. We are all intertwined and overlapping, including and especially first the prayers. So I love you. So, okay, and this kind of moving through these pretty quick here because okay, here's a European question here, because they are heavily Catholic, right? And there's some Christians, thrown in there too. What do you think about the Bible? Okay, here we go. What do I think about the Bible? Okay. It is not a moral, not a, the gentle version would be. It is not a moral book, right? Like you can't talk about. So let's take just one thing here. Hang with me. Exodus 21:7, talking about selling your daughters. Okay, that's what the Bible talks about, right? That's 21:7, right? Okay, so we can't, in a holy book, in a spiritual book, we can't pick or choose, right? So it ceases to be any moral value, right? It's something else, right? That's what I think, right? Right. That's what I think. And this is not to say anything about the Christians. This is just to say, it asks me specifically about the Bible between, morality and, religion, right? They're not the same thing, right? They're not the same thing, right? I think we should love more. That's what I think. I think we should treat ourselves equally. That's what I think. I think we should walk the way of earth. That's what I think. I don't think we need a book to do that, right? I think if you're looking to a man-made book to figure out how to live a spiritual life, probably heading in the wrong direction, right? Probably because what we're talking about here is building conscious connection. Loving consciously or living unconsciously, that's the deal right there. That's the deal, right? And I know some of you are squirming in there, but sorry. So, yeah, that's it. So please keep your questions and comments coming. I love you guys, and I love you Christians, and I love you Catholics, and so that's just the way that goes. So okay, so we're gonna go about. So we are here at the Moments Daily. We are gonna go over daily medicine. May 16th. So if we could put that in the feed there, please, and thank you in advance for that. And what we do here, it's really beautiful. So what we do here is we read it a couple of times. Pump the brakes, Bear. Pump the brakes. So we will read this a couple of times, develop a general impression. It's so important that we understand this because It gives us a starting point. It gives us a spiritual starting point. And the deeper teaching is this is not about right or wrong. So that there's a bunch of us here today, 20, 25 of us here, 22 of us here. So I read one passage. There'll be 20 something starting point. This is not about right and wrong. This is about the end point of us all connecting. So let's connect in a really good and beautiful way. Um, do we get a? Do we get? Oh, okay. There you go, Sybil. Thank you for that. Okay. So again, offering love is a skill no one can take away from you. Wow. Let's read that again. Offering love is a skill no one can take away from you. Powerful. Really powerful. Right. What do you think you're talking about here? Any general impressions, any ideas are, welcome here. Offering. Okay, let's jump in. Asking without offering is spiritual stealing. Right off the rip, right? But like we want to talk about spirituality and the way to connect. That's the first way to do it. And I don't think it's any accident that the Great Spirit started off with offering. Asking without offering is spiritual stealing. So what do we mean by that? Actually, you can write that in. That's a quotable thing right there. Asking without offering is spiritual stealing. So, okay. So the colonial Western colonial world loves to take. It's a greed thing, right? Taking is a greed thing. There's not enough, right? We take long enough, we figure out that there's not enough, which is a lie, right? Okay, so we have to, as in the indigenous world, like everything begins with spirit, right? This is full circle. This is the hair of Mother Earth right here, right? Full circle. One of the sacred medicines, one of the sacred braids, the hair of Mother Earth, offering. Full circle. Third aid challenge. Why do we offer before? Wow, we pray we offer for our prayers to be heard. Otherwise, it's a cosmic Santa Claus type thing, right? I'm going to ask you for something, but I'm not going to give you or offer you anything for it. And you need to fulfill what I need, what I want, right? That sounds really out of balance, right? So, indigenous spirituality, Mother Earth spirituality, universal spirituality, really simple, right? So, Creator has offered us tobacco right here. This is tobacco. This is what we offer every day. So, the morning opening prayer, the third aid challengers, right? Third aid challenge changed my life because now we're giving something for our prayers to be heard, right? It changes the way we look at things. That's what it does. Offering changes the way we look at things. So we come from a world of takers. So we're busy taking. But then when we offer, we realize that we're part of something bigger, something greater, something more sacred than just our own personal needs. And you can write that one down. I need you to write that one down. Right. Right. Maureen says gratitude. Yes, well, that's it is a gratitude. Yeah. Let's step back. I talk about this all the time. What happens when we live in that Western colonial world long enough, right? What happens? It's an adversarial model, right? That doesn't fit humanity. It doesn't fit the spirit, right? So if it doesn't fit, guess what happens? Lost, lonely, afraid, scared, depressed, drinking, drugging, whatever it is, That's what they offer, right? The way out of that is offering, right? That's the very first thing that we do, offer. Well, thank you. Why are we here? Well, the first reason is, well, thank you for life. I think that's a real good idea, right? But that's not what that Western colonial patriarchy world does, right? No, makes us consumers, makes us sad, makes us, we feel manipulated, controlling. We feel all this stuff, which is exactly what we're supposed to feel, right? But the narrative is, and I need you to pay attention, the narrative is that it doesn't have to be the way it's always been. We do very simple things for very powerful changes. And the thing that changes is our perception and the way we walk with Earth and our connection to Earth. Write that one down. I love you. So now we walk in balance now. So here, let's do a little role play. Okay. Let's go with Maureen. Maureen, I want it, and I want it now, and I'm not going to give you anything because I need it, and I'm not going to give you anything. Really coarse, really adversarial energy. You see how I just spit that out? That's what we do every day to each other out there. Like you listen to people, that's what they're doing, right? Now here's another way. Here, check this out. I love you. Check this out here. Maureen, I love you. I'm asking for your wisdom, your guidance, your help. Can you help me? And this is what I need, blah, 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 whatever it is, right? You see how the energy completely changed? I need your help. What are we talking about? I need your help. What is that? That's truth. That's love. That's humility, right? Wow. Oh my God. Now we're knee deep into something the way that we're supposed to walk. You see, that's how powerful it is. And you know what? We're not even off the first word yet. Powerful. I can talk 30 minutes about the first word. I think I will. So anyway, offering. You see how beautiful and powerful that is? I love you. I want you to live a really good, beautiful, powerful life. Connected to all these beautiful things that bring us a good, beautiful, powerful life. And once we, at the end of that beautiful, powerful, good life, guess what? We start to feel what? What? Sacred. A part of. Feeling a part of is feeling sacred. I need you to write that one down. Feel, oh my God, there's a place in this world. Oh my God, I can't be happy without shame. They shame you out there for being happy, right? Here it's like, wow, this is the way we're supposed to be. We're supposed to offer ourselves, we're supposed to offer our prayers to life. How about that? I need you to write that one down. Man, we're covering a lot of ground here. We're supposed to be giving prayers, offering life. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And we're supposed to be offering that. That's part of our offering, right? And if we're ashamed, sad, guilty, like all this stuff, well then, like at the beginning of every prayer, I said, it doesn't have to be the way it's always been, right? That's what I'm talking about, right? That's what grandfather taught me. It doesn't have to be that way. Oh my God, it doesn't have to be that way. Well, what do you mean, Grandpa? Well, no. Yeah. We don't have to play Russian roulette with a shotgun anymore, right? Right. People come back here because there's something here, there's spirit, there's a flow here, there's a power here, there's something sacred here, right? I love you all. I want you to live all a good, beautiful, powerful life. And this thing gets even better, man. This thing is, okay. So now we feel a part of, like, we are the medicine. Wow, this is really cool, right? Okay. Now I'm starting to feel heard. That's also part of feeling sacred. When we start to feel heard, that's the deal right there. Right? When we start to feel heard, that's why I encourage you. We are the medicine to share where you are. I don't do that to waste my voice. I do that because, that's a way for us to feel heard. Right. Right. And I already said this is not about blame, shame, guilt, right? So some of us have like couple of days sober, a couple of days, this, a couple of days that, that's okay. It doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. What matters is your ability to change and to share exactly where you are. Humility, right there. Humility, right there. I love you, man. I give all you, man. Oh, beautiful big hug, man. Just say, look, man, it doesn't have to be the way it's always been, man. We have the ability to transform and transmute, and the way we do it, we can't do it alone, sitting in a room for 20 years. We have to come here. We have to put some skin in the game, right? One of the greatest minds in any spiritual book I have ever read, the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, said the price has to be paid, and offering is the first thing that we do. Thank you, Creator. I'm going to offer this gratitude just for life. Okay, can we get past the first word now, Snowbird? What time is it? Okay. Okay. Love. I'm going to talk in 30 minutes about love. So I love you guys. You guys are awesome. So anyway, love. What is love? Right. What is Okay, 1 to 7. I heard you when you guys 1 to 7 teachings. Okay, eagle medicine, right? Beautiful, powerful eagle medicine. Okay, that's good. That sounds really spiritual, but what is it? What is it? Write it down, man. I want to hear from you. Love. What is it? Oh, all right, we're just going to paint. We can do a little contrast medicine here, right? All right. Okay, colonial love, right? The colonial definition of love. Okay, it's kind of like intense affection, right? English is a really bad language. Colonial languages are just really bad languages, right? Because they miss the mark a lot. They miss the mark here. Intense affection. Yeah, right. It's really intense infection. Sorry. How about that? Okay, intense affection. Okay. Not quite sure where they're going with that, but maybe we're talking about some sort of commitment, right? Not really. Kind of getting closer, but not really. Right. Okay, what we're talking about here, the spiritual language in love is connection, right? We are here to be good relatives. Good relatives. So we have more relatives than just the people around us, right? That's like the really small version, right? Right? The relatives are spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, right? So that's a medicine wheel teaching. That's probably the medicine wheel teaching for today. Okay, so if everything begins with the spirit, okay, so love. What is spiritual love? Spiritual love is a connection, right? Connection. Emotional connection. And so it's so beautiful the way Spirit brought us to it. So like, how do we get there? We get there through offering, right? We get there through offering. I love you, right? But how do we get to love? We get there through offering. We get there through gratitude. Maureen hit it right in the head. Gratitude, absolutely, we get there, right? We cannot not get there without it. How about that, right? Right. Kind of pause for a dramatic pause. So, love. Okay, love is connection. Okay, so what kind of connection are we talking about? Okay, connection to life. Okay, life. Okay, let's start really basic. So the beginning of our prayers was, hey, look, let's give thanks to the things that offer us life. Right? Water, air, fire, earth. Okay. You want to figure out what love is. That's the way. That's how we go through it, right? You know, we think love it is just some sort of affectionate thing here, intense affection. It's like that's like pathetic. That's a pathetic like word, right? But the connection to those things that offer us life. You want to know what love is? Start there. Start there. You don't think air has anything to do with love? Hold your breath. See how much you know. You know, we go to rain dance someday. Go without water. Figure out how much you love water and how much that brings to your life. Okay. Make a good relationship with Earth. How about that? Mother Earth. Now, we just had Mother's Day. How many of us celebrated Mother Earth? Right. The first mother. She's our first mother. I think, we have an Earth Day, just one day. I think every day should be Earth Day. I think every day should be Mother's Day, right? Leave it to Colonial to, just give one day, Yeah. Why are we here? The celebration of life. Okay. That sounds like a good definition of love, right? Okay. Like, how do we get there? Offering. Okay, good. That's a real good thing to do. You see how it's all coming together? I want you to live a really good life. Do you understand? Okay. What time is it? Oh my God, that time. Okay, so we started early though, did we start early? Not early. Can't use that excuse today. So trying to find a way to get a couple more minutes out of this. So okay, offering love, okay, is a skill. Ooh, it's a skill. Wow. Why do you think, out of all the words in the universe, that Great Spirit used skill here? Let's just stay with this and just stay with me a second. No. What's the definition of love? Let's just take a colonial definition. Okay, the ability to do something well. Okay. Spiritual definition. The willingness to do something well. How about that? Who is willing? Who is willing to make this world a better place? Who? Who is willing to make this world a better place? Okay. Let's go back to love for a second. Okay. Love and skill, how are they related? Love, why are we here? To make this world a better place. So, okay, those are now forever linked. Okay, better place for who? The future 7 generations, right? We can't talk about love and we can't talk about skill without talking about the next generation. It would be incomplete without it, right? Right? The willingness. Are you willing now, right here, right now, to carry this message, the message of today, the message of love, the message? There's a lot of things we talked about here today. Any one of them is good. Take one of those. This ceremony may end, but a ceremony in you does not. So, that's also a very loving thing to do. Right. We pray for the next 7 generations. Guess what? We not only help them, but we help ourselves. We are all related. I pray for you. I pray for myself. I failed to pray for you. I failed to pray for myself. We live full circle. Right? Skill. All right, let's jump on skill for a second. So, price has to be paid, right? Okay, that's a good definition of skill, right? A price has to be paid, right? So we just can't show up here and just kind of through what's that, osmosis, it just kind of be in the room, and be all spiritual, right? We actually have to do some spiritual work to walk in a spiritual way. That's a skill. That's what we have to do, so all right, so now we have to have this conversation, a little awkward conversation, but now, so a lot of us are at a place of refusal, right? Right? Because we have some sort of religious background, we have some sort of this, we have some of that. It's just like, I don't have time to be spiritual, not like, I heard that a couple times in Europe, and I'm just like, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I think being spiritual is like gratitude. The thing with Europe here is, they link spiritual with religion, that's the other end of that conversation that we had. The Bible, religion, morality. They think spirituality and religion are somehow connected, right? You know, you know, spirituality is just spiritual, man. That's it, man. That's it. Write that one down. Spiritual is just spiritual. That's it. It's not linked to anything, patriarchal, Western, or colonial, right? Let's just leave that alone for right now. Let's just use that, and leave that where it is. Let's just leave that outside the room as we walk in here to we are the medicine circle, right? All right. That's a conversation for another day, right? That's not a conversation for right now, because we're talking about skill. When price has to be paid. Okay, so that means that a price has to be paid. That means we have to practice, right? Let's step back a little bit. I am a 2-time United States swimming national champion. I didn't show up to the day of that national championship, event and just win, right? I had to show up. This is what I did, right? I knew my competitors would show up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do their swim practice. And the same thing, I did that for years, right? I showed up at 5 o'clock. I showed up in the morning. I put my time in, right? No. You know what I did? I showed up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what I did. Right? That's what I did. I showed up early and I got the work done. Right? What are you showing up early and getting the work done? And getting the work done is carrying the message. What we are the medicine circle is doing here. We are the medicine circle. Right? I forgot I had that on. No. Came in handy, right? Okay, so now show up early. Carry the real deal is to carry this message, not when it's easy, but when it's hard. That's the skill. That's anybody can be spiritual, sitting on a beach in Thailand. Right? Anybody can be. There's that meme going on. Anybody can be spiritual, doing like some sort of yoga, right? Yeah, anybody. Who cares? Spiritual is where the rubber meets the road. That's what things are hard. That's where it's spiritual, right? That's the skill right here, right? For those people, and talking to a couple of people, there's some people out there that are struggling with the drink. Right? I talked to your brother this morning. Love this man, I love it, man. Sometimes we struggle, right? But I don't love you any less because you're struggling, man. I love you to help you get through those really difficult points where, all you want to do is just take that first drink. All we want to do, I'm there for you. That's a skill, man. Then, I will be there with you, man. I will be there with you, right? Right? Because those guys, the guys I tell you, I'm going to tear up. But those guys, they were there for me, man. They were there for me. And this all I want to do is put that gun in my mouth and pull the trigger, right? Literally. Well, maybe not. Oh, sometimes literally, but or take that drink, or jam it in my arm, or take that big pipe, whatever that is, right? But the skill is to be there in people's most darkest situations. Can you be there? That's the deal. That's the love. That if there's a definition for love, that's it right there, right? When the skies are blue, clear road ahead. Anybody can be spiritual. So what? So what? So what? Can you be there for your friends when it's not going good? You want to know what love is. And you want to offering is being there. That's what your offering is there. You know, that's the deal. Can you be there when things aren't going so good? Can you? Can you be there? You know. Can you be there when the shit is when it's flying, right? Can you be there? Can you be that steady place? Can you be that steady voice in that violent place and say to your brothers and sisters, hey, listen, everything's gonna be all right. Just walk with me a little bit. Just sit with me, just pray a little bit, right? You want to know what love is? That's a skill, man. You know, not to get caught up in the BS. Not to get caught up in the lateral violence, not to get caught up in the drink, not to get caught up in like all that stuff, all that adversarial, anti-life stuff. Adversarial is anti-life, right? Right? So not to get caught up in that, you know, like you want another definition for love? That's it right there. That's it. Love is being all in right there. Tina's sitting right there. Tina, being all in. Can you be all in with love? Or are you picking and choosing where the easiest part is? Like, oh yeah, well he's doing real good. I'm you know, oh yeah, man, I'll friend him up. He's doing real good. Oh no, man, but when but when things go to things go south, and you know what, I got time for you, man. I got time for you. I got my own problems, man. I got my own problems. You know. Love is when you got time for someone no matter what. That's what that is. You know, that's another definition for love. There you go. Another definition for love. Right. Right. A skill. Skill. The definition for skill. The balance of practice and patience. Right there. Right there. The balance between practice and patience, right there. That can be also a definition for courage, for being brave, or strength, or humility, or respect, you know. And you know what? It's all wrapped up in this beautiful thing called love. Right. Beautiful thing called love. Right. You know. And here's another thing. You know, you sit with this thing long enough, right? Where you sit around, people falling all around you, right? And people, we lose people here. That's just the deal, right? We lose people here. You know, not only through old age, but through suicide, right? Drug addiction, alcoholism, suicide. That's all suicide. That's all suicide. Right? You know, right? But to be available anyway in the face of all that, will you be able to listen? That's a definition of, love. Right. 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 And what are you willing to offer? You see, offering love. Is that what you're willing to offer? Are you willing to offer, practicing patience and practicing, you know. Okay, I think we're halfway through this now. So, no one can take that away from you. Okay, so they talk about us a lot. We, us, and out. Really strong, really beautiful, really powerful. Sometimes Spirit just says, you know what? I'm just going to talk about you, right? You and you as a matter of our relationship to the Great Spirit, to the circle. That's what they're talking about here. You. They're calling you out, right? They're calling you out, right? Right. They're calling you out. They're calling us out, really, right? Right, right. This is like a spiritual challenge, right? They're challenging you. Can you love a little bit more? Give me a thumbs up, man. And every single one of us, give me a thumbs up. Give me a little heart, man. Can we love a little bit more? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Can we do a better job? Absolutely. As we are in the medicine field, can we do a little better? Absolutely, we can. Because that's a sign of humility. And a sign of humility is you know, wrapped in love. So absolutely. Like, can I do it? Absolutely, I can. Freaking absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay. Right. Good. Every single one of us should be hitting that thumbs up and that heart button right here. Yeah. Just hit that. Right. 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 Offering love. Right. So we can do better. Not as a blame, shame, guilt thing, but as a skill set and as a place of love. Right. Right. Because love is a freaking practice, right? But love is it's easy to do wrong. It's easy to hate. That's why there's so many haters out there, right? It's easy to hate. It's easy to divide, right? Right. It's easy. You know, it's easy. But the hard thing, you know, to love those people that can't love themselves. The haters, right? Really, we sit here long enough, like we understand the haters, people that can't love. That's a cry for help. That's a cry for help. Reading the book with what's that book up? Hold on. Melodoma Somé, right? So we call it a cry for help. So like you read this is a West African guy. Here, this is a book right here. You could love this book, man. This is a book I read. Healing Waters. This book I read. And so to talk about being unruly as a cry for help, right? So the unruly looks like people drinking, right? The unruly looks like violence, right? Drug addiction, haters, trolls. So the unruly, really. So when we understand, love isn't about me. Love is about us. Then we start to understand that the unruly are really just asking for help. Mm-hmm. It's really that simple. And I need you to write that one down. Right? That's like a wall. That's like that's a bumper sticker right there, man. That's a bumper sticker right there. Right. What time is it? Oh. All right. So we're gonna wrap. This is really beautiful, really powerful. When we break these down, when we look at these things, right? When we really take our time. So what we did today. This is a question too. What do you do every day? Right. You do your. This is a question from Europe, right? So you do this thing every day. What do? You just read through it? No, we read through it. That's like the surface. But what we do is we listen to Spirit speaking through us through the reading. That's what we do, right? We listen. That's all I'm doing here. I'm not doing anything but listening, right? I'm sharing what I'm hearing from Spirit to you. I'm just like the middleman. I'm like the middle guy. So we're listening to Spirit. And here's like another thing too, is it's great that we sit here together, right? It's really great. But, but you should also sit with this yourself, right? That's, we want to get really deep really quick, right? I'm not here to give you the answers, right? No, I'm not here to give you the answers. I'm not here to give you the solutions, right? No. I'm here as a way to help you find your solutions. Like if you're looking for me for answers, you're going to be really, you're going to really be dissatisfied, right? Because I don't have your answers, right? Right. But I can help you provide a safe place to get to that answer. That's what I'm doing, and that's what we are doing here. Right. Anyway, all right. I guess we're gonna. It's that sad moment that we're just gonna have to like. So. We're going to let the standing nation take us out. This is not here for entertainment, by the way. This is here for our grounding. Like, even though it looks like this right here, attached physically to the ground, this was attached physically to the ground. So it is still grounding, right? So we open with a little grounding, we end with a little grounding. What's one thing? What's one takeaway that you are going to take from here, leave from here? In other words, what are you going to offer somebody else? Right? That's another way to look at it. So, kind of close your eyes and let the grounding take us. And you know, the physical part of that grounding is going like, oh, okay, that's that moment, right? So just kind of close your eyes. Picture that really good, beautiful, powerful place. Sorry. Okay. Also, the final word is, I've been talking about this, the final word like 18 times today. So, um, so, uh, um, no, the final word is, um, this ceremony may end, but the ceremony in you does not end. So let's take what we lived here, loved here, and learned here, and listened to here, and take it out to the four winds. Does us no good to be all spiritual here if it doesn't go here. If it doesn't go here, then it won't go out there. So that means it's more to hit that share button, you know. So hit that share button, but it's more important for you to take it out there. That means being, you know, the peacemakers, right? That's what that means, right? That means being the walking peacemakers. If there's one thing that you can do to change this world, is be a walking peacemaker. My name is Kamipa Wetmakwa, Standing Bear, and if no one said that, they love you today. I love you very much. Let's have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay.